Hello everyone, and welcome to some Guncraft Survivors, Nimrods. This is a early access title on Steam. It is a roguelite, kind of bullet heaven style Vampire Survivors, but the twist of this game is that you get to craft your own weapon across the run. There's no really like passive upgrades, it's pretty much just picking parts, making guns, and kind of getting stat boosts from the different attachments and augments that you pick. So let's go for a first level up here. And here we go. Here is the stat menu. It's quite overwhelming, but there's a lot of cool stuff that we can get here. So right now, it's giving us between a turret, underbarrel. The underbarrels are kind of like ability charges. They're like your active abilities. So this one allows us to place some turret charges down, while giving us some rate of fire and some magazine size. Pretty decent stats. The turret active. We got an eyeball charm here. Every meter of vision range will affect your partner. That's like the little drone that I got going on, which I'll explain that in a minute. Let's do a reroll here. We're just using the standard pistol to see what we can try to get. I have a couple hours in the game played and some meta progression unlocks, but not too much in the arsenal with like some new augments here. So this one creates a field that kind of limits your range, but lets you shoot in an infinitely bouncing field. That one's very use case. Jet stock, picking up XP orbs will give you jet stacks, increasing your movement speed. Let's do another reroll. Lightweight stock, bullet damage fire rate, holding down the fire button will increase your move speed. Let's go with that. That can be pretty helpful. And I have the game set to auto fire, kind of just like a typical bullet heaven, where you don't really aim, you know, just let it aim for you. But some cases you do want to actually aim for yourself. So, yeah, so we got a little drone here that has a weapon that I built up from a different run. And as we level up, the drone will also level up to try to match the gun that I had in a previous run. So let's get some more upgrades here. The yellow ones typically mean that you're getting a new attachment, and then the blue ones will be like a stat upgrade. So we got Blood Magazine, killing 100 enemies will have a 35% chance of dropping a credit from the 100th enemy. That's good for like a credit build. If we press shift here, you can see the kind of tree that'll go with. Some of them will go with killing, will heal you, and then some will go with armor increase or different health thresholds. So we got the Ducky Charm. That is just another one of buffing your partner as well as just getting some stat buffs. Let's go with the Ducky Charm, because we can get some fun stuff going there with that. And this is a game with a pretty big map that doesn't change. It's one map, different biomes that you explore, and there's secrets along the map. If we press escape here and zoom out, we got 3 different biomes, 4 if we're counting the basic starter one. There's a bunch of different blueprints and secrets to unlock. Man, we're getting all the upgrades really quick here. So let's get through these and explain some more gameplay in a minute here. So we got the turret placer again. The ammo rack, which increases magazine size. Shooting the bullets in your magazine will have a 10% chance credit, 5 credit value spawn. Let's since we got a synergy with trying to hold down the trigger as long as possible, let's go to the ammo rack. The health splitter is pretty good. It's for fire rate, but that'll nerf our magazine size. So let's go with the ammo rack. Maybe we can go with like a speed build where the longer we shoot, the faster we get. Alright, let's get this next one here again. So, flamethrower underbarrel. That's good for, I mean, if we did the jet stock, that would have been good for our movement speed, but we kind of fumbled it by going with the lightweight. But that also goes for movement speed, so this has a synergy with the jet stock. The guard, every time we take damage, will increase our armor. This also, taking damage will release a blast. Let's go with the flamethrower then, because that's another one where you're consuming energy and holding down the fire button. Yeah, and that will just lock on to the enemies as we're holding it as well. So, the neat thing about this game is that the enemy types, I really enjoy that they all have different movement options. Usually in a Vampire Survivors type game, all the enemies just kind of go towards you. And kind of swarm you, but they have different movement patterns, which is really cool. Alright, so we got Ripper Clips. These are the tuning. These are just stackable upgrades you can get. This one will increase magazine size. This one will do reload speed. This one will do bullet count and health regen. The regen is pretty rough in this game. So that is just 0.1 per second. So every 10 seconds we would get 1 health. Let's go with the magazine size because again we want a lengthy mag here. And I gotta say, the build craft in this game is pretty awesome. They market this game to be like, oh, there's an infinite amount of possibilities with the augments and the different trees on each augment. And I can show you when we're done a run here how many upgrades and blueprints there really are. And that's just for the guns, you know, you can upgrade your characters as well and your active abilities. Right now we have a, like, here, I'll show you. We have like a speed up for fire rate and reload speed, and bullet speed, I think. So that is a pretty good active ability. But this character starts with a dash, which is just a movement speed up, which would have been good for what we have, but might have been overkill. Alright, so the barrels are pretty game-changing with your bullets. So this one's the helix barrel. You'll shoot 2 bullets that kind of follow a helix pattern. This nerfs the damage pretty hefty by 0.7 times. Cryo magazine will up our damage and 50% chance to chill enemies. The cryo mag might be good for what we want to do, you know, if we freeze enemies in place with our fast movement speed. If they're frozen in place, will make it easier for us to move around because then we're not accounting for the enemies. So let's go with that. We'll just go for kind of like a status speed pistol here. The starter pistol is pretty good. Honestly, the later weapon unlocks are way harder than kind of the starting weapons, because this game does kind of have a favoring towards fire rate. Fire rate is a pretty substantial attribute in this game that you kind of want to sack. So we got rate of fire, there you go. The base pistol has some pretty good rate of fire, so we don't need too much of that. Well, let's go with the bullet count, just so we get that 0.1 rate of healing here. And let's start exploring the map. We're just kind of staying in the little default area. Let's follow this path here. Now I have explored a decent bit of the map, and the cool thing is that some of the item pickups are stagnant on the map, so you can rely on picking up some items pretty consistently. So over here we have kind of a turret that we can attack, and it'll fight back at us. Killing one of these will give us a magnet pickup, which will, when picked up, give us all the dropped XP that we missed. Which is pretty helpful if you're just farming enemies and don't necessarily want to pick up the XP. You can just kind of gun it towards a tower and go for a free magnet pickup. And now we're getting swarmed by these guys. These blue guys kind of follow your inputs. Basically, wherever you're moving towards will also move in that direction. Well, the slimes just kind of run towards you, and those little eyeball guys are the same thing, but they're way faster. You kind of want to prioritize them. So geomass enlarger will do bullet size. We're not too worried about that. Maybe we can go for some special power. That will be our underbarrel, our flamethrower. Ooh, penetration will be good, because then we can proc or freeze on more enemies. This will drop more resources. Resources are a crafting currency that you'll see in the hub area. I'll go over later. Let's go with the nanobot, because our flamethrower will be a good boss killer, because right now we're kind of going for crowd control. The flamethrower is different from the other abilities because you have like the ammo charges, but once you click it, it'll immediately go on cooldown once you click off of it. So you want to use all 40 charges at once. We don't really want this grip, so we're going to ignore that. We're going to upgrade our ammo rack, most likely. Yeah, let's upgrade our ammo rack, because more rate of fire, more bullet spread, or bullet speed, actually. We don't want bullet spread. This will help with, yeah, picking up credits will increase our shockwave, or give us a shockwave, rather. That'll stun enemies. That's good for more crowd control, because we want to freeze and stun enemies as much as possible. And I have my turret kind of set to hitting the weakest enemies. As previous runs, I was trying to do more of a boss killing type of thing, so I should have switched them off to hitting more higher target enemies. But that's fine. We can just do ultimate crowd control capabilities here. And now we've reached our first mini-boss, so we got the Split Serpent here. That was 4 minutes, 15 seconds into the run. So, got the Split Serpent here. Let's just run our Flamethrower. Oh, we're nuking him. We got a really good setup early on here. But he's going to turn into some smaller enemies. Oh, we got an achievement. Defeating him in 15 seconds. That is the first time I've done that. So that's pretty good. There you go. This will give us crit chance, which might be good. Crit bonus, XP gain rate. Honestly, XP gain rate's pretty good in other bullet heavens, but in this game, I feel like upgrades are pretty quick. You kind of want to take the tunings to buff some other stats. So we'll go with crit chance. Get that in there. And the boss will drop a boss crate. Let's pick up this high XP orb real quick. Alright, let's get the boss one. Man, we didn't even use our ability on that. We still shredded them. I feel like the underbarrel abilities are really strong. They have pretty high base power. But let's see here. Fame and Fortune, 24. So these are just more like tuning. They're trophies, but just more stat increases. This is the boss one. Minus 68% bullet damage, which will heavily nerf us from 25 to 8. But we'll get double bullets and a hefty amount of max HP. I don't know. I like the high damage we have. We probably don't want to sacrifice that. This will give us more penetrations, which is pretty good for us. More health, more max health, more bullet count. So let's go with the Blood and Thunder. This will just give us less max health, more regen, which is pretty good. That will get rid of our max health by a pretty good amount. It says minus 50 max health. Does not reduce current health. Okay. That's unfortunate. So yeah, we probably don't want that. We'll go with the Blood and Thunder. There we go. So yeah, we'll just go with penetrations and bullet count. While not really nerfing our damage or basic bullet. Oh, that is getting a little hairy there. Let's put our ability on, just kind of start shredding. If we can get our secondary ability cooldown decreased, that would be pretty helpful. Because when we use it, it's got a pretty decent lifetime. Alright, so these are all going to be upgrades. More move speed every 1 meter between you and the last location you reloaded will increase your bullet damage. That's pretty good. It's actually really good. Yeah, I don't even have to look at the others. That is permanent increase over the long haul to get that 5 minutes in. It's pretty good because each run is about 25 minutes. So, honestly, if we can get rid of our fire rate for just mag size, that'll be really good. Because that'll just keep us firing for longer. Alright, let's manually aim to get that out. Because those hit for a lot. Oh, we are getting swarmed now. That's not good. We're at a corner of the map. Let's get these crafting materials. Leave that medkit there for later. Alright, as you can tell, the early game is a lot of just sitting in menus, but the difficulty ramps up. I haven't played a bullet heaven where I've lost as much as I have at this game. I'm gonna be real. It's like every other game I'm losing because I'm trying to experiment with some builds, and it sucks because kind of more of the slower, deliberate, higher damage sniper-like builds are not really favored in this game, which is a shame, but there's some really wacky stuff that you can do. But for this first video, I kind of wanted to just stick with the standard pistol to show that even that can be augmented to be unrecognizable. And I also wanted to do something that wasn't like a fire rate type of build to kind of go against the grain here. Let's go with enemy spawn rate, which might sound negative, but it's just, you know, more XP drops, more chances to, you know, move faster by picking up XP and get that movement speed. Alright, so we are at the edge of the map, of the left side of the map here. Let's see here. Let's move down. I just want to stay in kind of the basic region, kind of show off the game, maybe complete a run, because the other areas have higher tier enemies, higher tier bosses, more restrictive map layouts with like tunneling and kind of mazes. This is more open form, kind of your more standard just sandbox map. Alright. It's gonna move on here. We got a good setup. Your first run in the game, you will not have your drone until you find the blueprint for the drone. And I will say the game is definitely geared towards having another kind of, let's say, player. Because there are a lot of enemies that swarm up on you in this game. And just having the drone is a huge help. Again, we probably don't want the Helix barrel, because look at our damage now. That light stock upgrade we picked of walking around and with our large magazine size, that just doubled our damage already. We were at like 20 something, now we're at 43. That's huge. Or no, wait. Okay, it increased it by like 10. This will make our damage insane. I think that alone we go for the deep freeze mag too. You know, proc freeze a little more often too, so let's go with that. Yeah, holy. We got quite the bullet damage. Now, I don't know why that's his 35. If we can get our crit chance up, that'll make our crit bonus pretty good. Let's use our ability here, so we get those bigger guys out of the way. The fast purple guys are pretty annoying. The little snakes as well, because when you kill them, they turn into smaller, even faster guys. Just kind of split. Let's use the flamethrower here. Okay, so to give some insight to the gun that I put onto the drone here, we had a weapon that kind of was going for a fire build, so it's got explosive rounds, and every time it explodes, it leaves a pool of fire on the ground, which does damage over time, as well as some more general AoE damage over time, fire type abilities. So you'll see towards the end of the run, it gets pretty screen cleary, as it's just eliminating and getting rid of ground for the enemies to stand on. Honestly, if we're at this point, the run just kind of shifted to huge bullet damage. Even though we were trying to go for speed, the speed ended up going towards our bullet damage. So let's just crank that out. Go for fast boss clears, because our drone's already covering kind of the smaller guys here. You know, let's go to this side of the map. I think there might be a pickup. Alright, here's when we want to use our barrel, because we're getting swarmed in. And it's really good that our drone is kind of adding that napalm on the ground. Alright, we got our ability, that's perfect. That'll help us out big time. And yeah, if you guys aren't aware, this is... Oh, bad timing. I'll finish that thought while we're fighting the boss here. This is the first video I'm uploading on this channel. If you don't know, I make video essay content on my main channel on mainly anime and manga, but I wanted to make some kind of lower stakes, lower editing gameplay kind of videos on roguelikes. I'm a big roguelike fan, so I like demoing and trying out a bunch of different games and kind of being playtester for, you know, just indie roguelikes. I like how the Steam Next Fest always comes around, and there's a ton of stuff that I like to try out. Right now it's kind of a dry spell, so I'm catching up on some backlog games, this is one of them. And this game is quite the gem, you know. It is very awesome for early access. They have a roadmap for more stuff that they want to add. Okay, with the bullet count, just keep playing here. Get the flamethrower on him. Yeah, Birth is going out quick. But yeah, if you found this channel and don't know about my main channel, check it out if you like anime and manga, more video essay content. But that's more heavy on the editing, so I wanted to just do some more gaming related videos. We'll just go for the move speed ball damage. That's literally perfect for what we want to do. It is a boss specific item, so we'll get that. And we're just doing all the different ailments. We got fire, we got the ice, we got stun, because I think there's stun on credit pickup on my other gun that the drone has. So yeah, we'll go with that. There we go. Getting all the XP drops. We're only 9 minutes in, and the gun is already shaping up to be pretty awesome. Now, we don't have a grip yet. Let's go with the lightweight grip, because that is more for movement speed. Perfect for us. And we can go for... Let's see here. I mean, we're trying to go for mag size, so the reload won't be that good, because we typically don't want to be reloading. So we'll probably go for the top path. So let's get that. Because once we have all of our augment slots picked, then we can just start upgrading them, and we'll have to waste rerolls and all that jazz. Yeah, this is a really good run to start with. Typically, I was trying to test out this Tesla Cannon weapon, and it's such a struggle in the early game, as it's mainly for, you know, damage over time, no single fire kind of attacks. The base damage is pretty weak, so it's kind of rough as you're relying on your drone to kind of pick out the smaller guys as you're sending out these charges. Alright, let's get a tune here. Bullet damage, just immediately go for that. Right now we're at 60 bullet damage. We kind of want to get some crit rate going, so we can, you know, double that on the regular. So we'll keep an eye out for crit chance. It's kind of weird because crit damage is not really something you want to scale too much into, as bullet damage is a way better multiplier. Typically just want maybe like 200% crit damage at most. You don't really want to go ahead of that. Let's get that black blotch on the map there. Alright. Where do we want to go here? Guess we can go down to the left. And I'm gonna knock on wood right now. There is an achievement for doing a run hitless. So far, 10 minutes in, we haven't gotten hit, which is really good. So I know we have a kind of a close range underbarrel. So let's try to ignore that to save us from getting hit here. If we can upgrade the ice mag, that'll help against these charger guys, because we can freeze them before they get too close. Alright. Actually, maybe I've already gotten hit and I haven't realized, but this is getting dicey now. Not a fan of that. This is a rough part of the run here. The chargers are quite the annoying enemy. And I will say, we can get into some... Oh, okay, hold on. Let me lock in here. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. Our drone's gun is helping us out here with all that napalm. That is doing us wonders. I'm gonna go into a thing here. Alright, so... Let's see, what kind of stock do we want to go for? This one we have an upgrade to tier 4, so what is that? Resource drop rate, moving will increase your rate of fire until you stand still. That's not... We don't really have any issues with bullet spread, so let's go with the bump stock. Get that path going. That'll help us because we'll get another upgrade. Whew, holy. But yeah, in later runs we'll explore some other areas. Maybe we'll explore some more areas in this one as we move down. But they're pretty cool. They're completely different, and there's different enemy types, like whole entire different enemies that you'll go up against, which is really nice. Let's get some underbarrel recharge. It's perfect for what we want. So it's pretty slow right now. Let's go with special power. Make our flamethrower pretty decent for some more boss encounters. Got a lot of XP here. Let's get rid of this necromancer kind of guy. They're quite the threat. Oh, we just got hit. I didn't even see what that was. Yep, it's these. Oh man, these have to be my least favorite enemies in the game. They're rough. They just spawn these little guys that you can't really even see, and they just keep splitting into smaller and smaller enemies. These waves are the worst. Yeah, look at that. You don't even want to like attack them because they just... Oh, now we got another boss here. Oh man. Okay, this is rough. Wow, okay, let's just get out of here. Whew, let's take a breather. Those snakes are like the death of me. That boss, what you want to do is kind of kill it early on so it spawns with less max HP, but we'll go with the base magazine size. Upgrade the bullet damage here. Now it's going to spawn that boss pretty much at full health, so we got Big Carl here. This boss is rough. It's good because we have a movement speed kind of build going. But, oh man. They have a crazy hitbox. I don't know if you can tell, but their movement speed's also... Okay, we are taking a lot of damage here. We just gotta run away and hope that our drone will focus on the boss as we focus on clearing a path to just run. Because their movement speed is kind of nuts. Let's go back to the auto fire. Auto fire misses less shots than I do, so... Let's get our reload speed to almost 3, just for when we do reload. Because, you know, we don't really have quite the max HP, or max ammo that we want. Yeah, so this boss is gonna be alive for quite a bit here. So, HP pickups in this game, aside from the very scarce regen, you want to pick up pots or various breakables on the map. You know, and you'll get your apples or your medkits. I don't know why it's just apples and medkits, kind of a weird thing. Let's go with our stock, or our flamethrower, I mean. So that is a pretty good amount of single target damage. Oh, we are taking some serious damage here. Oh, we found an apple tree, that's perfect. Or apple bush. I don't know why they come out of bushes. Oh my... Man, these snakes are the worst. Alright. Whew. That was some tight dodging there. Effect size, health regen. Let's go for the penetration. We desperately need to go for that. Let's go near our drone to get our armor increase. That is a perk that I have on him. Alright. Now we should be getting a little bit of a break, because we are totally built to go against these ranged eyeball guys. Because you just freeze them and stun them out of their moves. Is this? Bullet damage, bullet count, bullet size. We don't really care about bullet size, because our bullet speed's pretty good. Pretty good bullet count increase. Yeah, this will give us more dodge skill, which is really nice. It'll give us a chance to avoid hits. There's our flamethrower. There's a flamethrower left the napalm on the ground. Maybe that's an upgrade you can get. I don't have that blueprint quite yet, if that's a thing. And we're not really going to be getting blueprints because we're not exploring the map right now, but we are already struggling in the space area, to say the least. But yeah, if you follow my main channel, let me know how this type of content is. I mean, again, these are easier to pump out, so it's just more stuff to have for you guys to watch. I just enjoy playing different roguelikes. I'm playing PoE 2 right now. I have way too much time sunk into that game already, but maybe I'll make some PoE videos. I just got onto the mapping system for my Infernalists, and that has been fun. So maybe I'll make some videos doing some mapping content, because the end game has been pretty fun. Let's just go for health regen. We need the survivability and the bullet count. So you can see we are shooting occasionally 2 bullets. If we can get that to 2.0, that means we'll be shooting 2 bullets every shot. There's a good medkit. That's great. Yeah, these types of videos will be great exercise for me, talking over a prolonged period of time, unscripted, you know, without breaks. And it's kind of fun, you know. It's you watch other people, you know, do these types of videos, and you don't really realize how hard of a challenge it is to talk for, you know, like 30 minutes, an hour straight over the course of a run. Alright, we are heading towards the Hive Barrens area. Might want to go back. Just break that turret real quick. We still don't have a barrel upgrade, I'm just now realizing. That is usually the first upgrade you want to go for. We just have insane bullet damage. Let's finish our stock. Just get that done. I don't even want to look at the other stuff. We'll get our stock done. We still need to get a barrel, and holy... Oh, we just had to face tank that. That is rough. We have the crazy amount of damage, but it's just not shredding through them. Ability recharge rate will be really nice. Yeah, let's go with this sniper barrel. Get that ability recharge rate. Kind of going for a sniper anyways. But that is nerfing our movement speed as we move. Or as we're firing. Yeah, let's go bullet count, regen. If we can get 0.5 regen a second, that would be really nice. As you can see, it goes really slow. Let's get that apple there. Yeah, so we're prolonging our... Alright, next mini-boss. We got Gang here. Very weird mini boss. Magazine size. Yep, go with that. Still haven't been getting any. Oh man, that is gonna be rough to dodge with our movement speed. Magazine size. We're at 55 now. That is a hefty upgrade for what we want to do. Oh man, dodging these bullets is gonna be rough. Okay, this might... Yeah, this looks like... Okay. The sniper barrel was a bad call. Because that looks like it's going to be the end of me. Oh man, yep. Should not have gone for that. I did not read that, and knowing that it just obliterated our movement speed. Alright, it's fine. We'll do another run-up in here. Oh, we got the quad helix barrel unlocked for doing that challenge for killing the split serpent. Wow, that is really good. You can save your different weapons on the mount here for your drone. So here's like the hub area, your little armory, where you can give your drone. Here, let me show you what weapon he was using before. It is crazy. It has homing bullets and just shoots a lot of explosions. And if you can get to the end of the run with that, it's a pretty good weapon that I have cooked up. Over here we have the different characters. There's only 2 characters in the game right now. Vixen is pretty bad, honestly. Molotov Spike is a grenade that has a really slow cooldown, really long cooldown. Over here is the permanent stat upgrades, the genome. So now we got max level for our stats, so we can add some more passives in here. So we got like some effect size up, some health regen, some max health, some 40% rate of fire is really good. And we can get more upgrades here. But we don't have some other ones unlocked, so those are really expensive. Firing range. You can see our missions here. And over here is the shop heap for the different blueprints. Again, there's a bunch of weapons I still don't even have unlocked yet. Let's get the quad barrel. That sounds awesome. What other stuff do we want? Crushing an enemy and shatter. That sounds awesome. Because I use the cryomag a lot, so we'll go for that. Now we're pretty broke. I mean, there's just... It's a pretty grindy game, but, you know, it's a roguelite, you know. The grind is what you're here for. I don't even have any of that stuff upgraded yet. But I have my drop pod to where we can get, what's it called? Rerolls on the first drop. So maybe we'll spawn in a different area. Let's try the mech scrapyard, which is a hard difficulty. I mean, these are all... Actually, the hide barons isn't hard, so we'll go hide barons. And here are the different weapons I have unlocked. So that was the standard pistol. Let's go with a more crazy gun here. I've been trying to get the Teslian carbine working. That's been so hard, even with the fire rate up ability. So let's go with that. Start in the hide barons. Let's start in this grassy area for at least the first mini boss before we move there, because this is a struggle. Yeah, so every hit will just chain react, hit other enemies, and this is very much a penetration type weapon. And I really want penetration to work. It's such a fun build that I want to get going. But around like the 2/3 point in the run, it's just really hard to pull the win out. So here we go. Let's see if we can get that going. We want the helix barrel on this, believe it or not. That is a very good weapon we want, or augment we want for this weapon. These are really good, but let's go for the reroll. Okay, splitting magazine. That is Yeah, let's go for that. We just want as many bullets as soon as possible to proc the... Yeah, because every time we hit, it'll spawn 3 smaller bullets that are reduced damage, but we don't really care for that. We just want the chain lightning to go off. We don't want the sniper barrel. I mean, if we get it earlier on, that might be good. But these aren't really that good of upgrades. I'm going to be real. We probably want a different stock this time around than the lightweight. Okay, that's good. So this will negate bullet drop-off, which is really good, because we have insane bullet range. And we just want to pretty much banish any bullet speed, because the slower a bullet, the more times it will chain lightning and hit more enemies and just proc smaller bullets. Alright, let's go with crit chance. We weren't really getting the crit that we needed last time, so let's go with that. Because the crit will pick up for the lack of base damage that we have. Alright, alright, alright. Yeah, let me know. Oh, bullet size is great for this, because we want to hit as many enemies as possible, so... And that does effect size for chain lightning. But yeah, let me know if you want to see more of this game. I'm really enjoying it. A couple hours in. I want to, honestly, 100% it. I am huge on achievement completion for Steam games. It's something I got into in the past couple years, trying to 100% the Soul series, and just other games with fun progression and challenges and achievements. And that's pretty much the core of these types of games, you know, these bullet heavens, is that you want to unlock everything, test out as many builds as possible. So let's go to reload speed, because that's pretty huge for a small mag size kind of run we want to do. Yeah, we are doing pretty good with the upgrades already. We got lucky for this type of weapon. Here are these chaser guys. We want to have a good run against... Oh, let's get our ability going, because that was a little scary. We want to get a good run to counter those snake guys, because they are run killers for sure. Yeah, this year has been a great year for roguelikes, though. And kind of, obviously the bullet heaven genre is just booming year after year, going crazy. Honestly, let's go for the dissuasive barrel. Just stack electric damage. Yeah, because then we can get a tier 4 upgrade here. But, so every time we get hit, that will do more chain lightning. Or I guess energy damage. It's not like, it's not lightning, it's energy damage. Man, yeah, we're doing good. We're 2 minutes in. Penetration. We can get that to 4. That'll be really good. Then we can start going for more bullet count. So the way it works is, so obviously at 4 penetrations, it'll be, you can hit through 4 enemies. But the decimal is still helpful because it's basically going to roll a chance for hitting up to a 4th enemy. So it's not like you're just going for the percentage and not really getting anything out of it. It's 3 enemies guaranteed with a 78% chance of hitting a 4th, which I find to be really awesome because most games don't even account for that. You're just getting stat upgrades that don't do anything until you hit a certain threshold, and it's really frustrating. And this game is really forgiving with that, and I really like that system. Yeah, so if we open those, that'll give us some healing. Alright, now we're getting swarmed with the guys that follow your movement here. Let's get them out of here. Ooh, okay. Stock-mounted scanning system is really good for crit builds because, you know, look at that base crit chance and crit damage. But then you get a reticle that'll spawn on enemies and make you do more damage and more crit damage. And it's just a really good stat item, so we're going to go with that. Get our crit up. Because the tricky part with this run is the base projectile doesn't do the damage, you know. You just want to stack a bunch of the base projectile on top of itself to kind of overlap and do that damage over time. And I'm just now realizing that we picked the dissuasive barrel, and now we can't get the helix barrel. So that is going to make this run pretty hard, but it's fine. We'll do it based off the splitting bullets, you know. If we get lucky by killing this boss, we can get another splitting bullet upgrade, which will be really nice. We'll go with crit bonus and knockback power. We want to keep the enemies away from us. We're not really trying to get fire rate, because we want to space our shots out. We want reload speed more than anything over that. Here is the split serpent. And since we didn't do it in the Hive Barrens, it's not going to be the alternate version of the boss. Every area has an alternate version of the bosses, or just entirely new bosses in general, which is really nice. Alright, so we're going to have to hope that our, what's it called here? A drone will do the bulk of the single target damage. Even though it's not set to single target damage. Alright, there we go. We got that annoying turret out the way. Let's go back to auto fire because we are getting swarmed. Yay, 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 yay. Oh my god, that is... They did us really dirty with that. Get the snakes out of here. And the bees from the hive. Alright, we can probably start doing some Hive Barrens progression now. There we go, perfect. It'll nerf our damage, but our damage is already kind of low. We just want the bullet count. Because this one will give us more splitting bullets for more penetration with the healing, but this will give us a ton more max health. And 2 base bullets, which will split into 3 more bullets, so if you think about it, we are, you know, effectively doubling our damage at the cost of reducing our damage, but Tesla Chain, that is perfect. You rarely get to see that tuning upgrade, if we're being honest here. So let's get this magnet. Didn't forget about that. I'm sure I'll be forgetting things, though. Enemy struck by electric blast or release a Tesla bolt. Yup, go for that. Ow. That was kind of unfair, but, you know, it's whatever. We kind of need some honeycomb, so it's good that we're in the Hive Barrens now. Honeycomb upgrade material, pretty needed. The fire rate is pretty good. Usually the Helix barrel will nerf your fire rate, so I'm not used to a decent fire rate Tesla barrel, if I'm being honest. Oh, look at that. Look at all those bullets. Hitting those huge groups of enemies is pretty nice. Having the napalm would be good too, if we can stun them and push them and keep them in the napalm. Those little beetle guys they're tanky, but they shoot projectiles and they do a lot. Nice. If we can get... Oh, honestly, the Armorer's Grip will be perfect because we kind of want to take damage for... Or we don't want to take damage, but we're banking off that if we take damage, we'll benefit by doing some good propulsive damage. So if we can get that guarded grip, that would be perfect. It will give us some more armor. More bullet size. Can't go wrong with that. Bullet spread will be perfect because then we can get our bullets to not really be on top of each other. Kind of want them spread out. Increase our rate of fire. This is the point of the run where we start struggling and we can't really keep up with the amount of enemies and our lack of damage. Alright, let's get another upgrade here. Reload speed's abysmal. Oh man, those moths are the worst. Their contact damage is insane for being a projectile enemy. Go with the stock mounted. We don't want to reduce our reload speed even further. It's like a death sentence. Alright, there's another sentry thing up there. Those don't really do as much damage, the little shotgun ones. Crit chance. Try to get that to 100. So we're always critting. Yeah, our damage is abysmal. We might want to get some base damage up. This is a rough spot to be in. Holy. Yeah, I think we built this wrong. We are only on the second boss and we're struggling this much. Alright, let's back away from the turret since that is not taking any damage anytime soon. Make this easier on ourselves. We need to get some more level ups going here. Just some raw stat upgrades, if anything. Oh man, these... Okay. There's nothing I could do there. Those moths are the worst, and I just started an event that I physically can't do right now. Goodbye. Just bungled that. This is rough. We are going to leave the Hive Barons. That is too dangerous for us. Alright. Oh! Oh! This is where the bullet heaven just becomes a bullet hell, and I'm just dodging more stuff than than I'm shooting out. Alright, we can just nuke the boss here. I do like that the upgrades can damage and kill enemies. It's pretty funny. More crit chance. Why not? Those upgrades weren't really too helpful for what we need. Let's aim our shots so we can actually pick this up. Nutrition's bullet count, max health. We don't want special damage. We don't even have an underbarrel. Crit bonus. You know, get the penetrations and bullet count going. We just need base bullet damage and more effect size and bullet size, honestly. Yeah, Hive Barons, tricky area to be if you don't have a tip-top shaped weapon or any other base weapon type. For being real. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, our damage is already piss poor. This just sounds awesome. Look at that. Now we're just making a little orbital shield around this while our drone covers long range. Although this is not going to be helpful against the Chargers, because that means they'll have to get close to us to even take damage. Bolt size. Probably should have took the reload speed, but the bolt size is just as important. I didn't even see that guy. Alright. Wow, okay. Well, that's the end of this run. Energy Blaster. Get some long range. Alright, alright. Oh, I just walked into that guy because I was looking at the other things. But yeah, that was Guncraft Survivors Nimrods. If you like this game, I definitely want to play some more of it for some more videos, you know? Actually try to get a run and explore the map, get some more blueprints that I haven't had yet. I'm just trying to figure out what are some good combinations, some other guns that we could do. I mean, I've done a... No, not this one. I've done a Tesla rifle before already, and it was really good, and I could have won the game, but I literally got it to a point where it was getting unplayable with the amount of projectiles on screen. And it's hard to tell in the firing range here, but when there is actual enemies and they're chaining off each other and the little ones were breaking the even little ones into even oh, I can't even say it. It's that it was just a mess, and the game tanked, and I just couldn't. I had to scrap the run. But yeah, let me know if you want to see more of this game. That was a really fun taste, to show you guys. I'm going to put a link to the Steam store page in the description for you guys to check it out. Definitely try it out. I think it's under $10, so it's definitely a bargain. And yeah, that's it. See ya.